What if I told you a boy, born into poverty, ended up ruling one of the largest empires in history? This is the story of Genghis Khan. Born under the name of Temujin, in the harsh and unforgiving landscape of the Mongolian steppes, he would rise from humble beginnings to become one of the most powerful leaders the world has ever known. His life was one of constant struggle, marked by tribal warfare, personal loss, and political intrigue. Yet, against all odds, this boy from a poor nomadic tribe managed to unify the disparate Mongol clans, forging them into a formidable military force. His leadership and military genius propelled him to heights that few could ever dream of reaching. His name would echo through the centuries, his legacy shaping the course of history in profound and lasting ways. So how did Genghis Khan, a boy from the Mongolian steppes, become a world-conquering leader? Genghis Khan's leadership journey begins with his ability to unite the nomadic tribes of Mongolia. This extraordinary feat didn't happen overnight. It was a meticulous process, driven by the young Khan's vision of a united Mongolia. One by one, tribe by tribe, he convinced, persuaded, and sometimes forced the disparate and often warring Mongolian tribes into a single unified force. But unification was just the first step. To keep this diverse group together, Genghis Khan knew he needed a set of common laws. Thus, he introduced the Yasa, a code of laws that applied to everyone within his realm. It was a revolutionary concept at the time, providing a stable and predictable form of governance that was sorely needed. Yet Genghis Khan's leadership was also characterized by his innovative approach to merit. In a world where lineage often dictated one's status, Genghis Khan flipped the script. He established a merit-based system, where individuals were rewarded based on their abilities and achievements, not their birthright. It was a radical shift that fostered a culture of competence, loyalty, and innovation within his ranks. Even his enemies couldn't help but admire his leadership style. Genghis Khan was a symbol of change, a beacon of progress in a time of stagnation. His leadership was not just about conquest, it was about creating a cohesive, unified society out of disparate tribes. Genghis Khan is renowned for his military strategies, but what made his tactics so effective? Let's delve into the depths of his military genius. One of his revolutionary warfare tactics was the use of psychological warfare. Before the battle even began, Genghis Khan would instill fear and doubt in his enemies. He was known for his deceptive maneuvers, such as retreating to make his foes believe they had the upper hand, only to turn and strike when they least expected. Moreover, Genghis Khan pioneered the use of an extensive spy network. His scouts were not only his eyes and ears, but they were also his cleverly disguised messengers, carrying information across vast distances. This network allowed him to anticipate enemy moves and strategically plan his attacks. But perhaps the most distinctive aspect of Genghis Khan's military strategy was his innovative use of cavalry. His horsemen, armed with composite bows and riding swift Mongolian horses, were a formidable force on the battlefield. They were highly mobile, able to attack swiftly and retreat just as quickly. This mobility kept his enemies off balance and allowed him to dictate the pace and strategy of battles. Each of these tactics, in isolation, was a formidable tool. But when combined under the leadership of Genghis Khan, they became an unstoppable force that reshaped the world. Through his military genius, Genghis Khan was able to expand his empire across vast territories, from Asia to Europe. So, what does the story of Genghis Khan teach us about leadership and military strategy? Well, Genghis Khan's tale unveils the power of an unyielding spirit and strategic acumen. Born into a nomadic society, Khan's ability to lead was not just about ruling, it was about understanding his people, their needs, and their potential. His leadership style was transformative, turning a disunited group of nomads into a formidable, disciplined force. When it came to military strategy, Khan was a genius. He revolutionized warfare with his innovative tactics and strategies. His use of psychological warfare, mobility, and adaptability meant that he could face any enemy, no matter how prepared, and find a way to win. These qualities, his leadership and military genius, were instrumental in unifying a nomadic empire, creating the largest contiguous land empire in history. Genghis Khan's story is a testament to the power of leadership and military strategy. Despite his humble beginnings, he was able to unify a vast empire and change the course of history.